Sarah wakes up late. She looks at her alarm clock. 8:30 a.m. "Oh no," she says. "I'm late for work." She jumps out of bed. She brushes her teeth quickly. She puts on her clothes fast. She grabs her bag and runs out of the apartment. Sarah works at a bookstore in the city center. Her boss does not like when people are late. On the bus, Sarah sits down. She takes a deep breath. Then she thinks about something. Her phone. Where is her phone? She looks in her bag. No phone. She looks in her jacket pockets. No phone. Sarah feels worried. She always has her phone with her. Always. Sarah arrives at the bookstore. She is only 5 minutes late. Good. Her boss, Mr. Wilson, looks at his watch but says nothing. "Good morning, Sarah," he says. "Good morning," Sarah replies. She starts to work. She helps customers. She organizes books on the shelves, but she cannot stop thinking about her phone. At lunchtime, Sarah sits in the small staff room. Her coworker, Ben, comes in. "Hi, Sarah," Ben says. "Why do you look worried?" "I lost my phone," Sarah says sadly. "I think I left it at home." "Did you call it?" Ben asks. Sarah thinks. "I cannot. I don't have another phone here." "Use mine," Ben says. He gives Sarah his phone. Sarah dials her number. She waits. The phone rings and rings, but nobody answers. "Maybe it's at home," Ben says. "You can check after work." Sarah nods, but she still feels worried. At 5 p.m., Sarah finishes work. She takes the bus home. The bus is very crowded. Many people are going home from work. Sarah stands near the door. She holds the rail. She thinks about her phone. "What if someone took it?" she thinks. "What if I dropped it on the street?" The bus stops. Sarah gets off. She walks quickly to her apartment building. She climbs the stairs to the second floor. She opens her apartment door. "Phone, where are you?" she calls out. She looks on her desk. Not there. She looks on the kitchen table. Not there. She looks on her bed. Not there. Sarah sits on the sofa. She feels tired and sad. Then she hears something. A small sound. Buzzing. What is that? Sarah thinks. Sarah stands up. She listens carefully. The buzzing sound comes again. It comes from the sofa. Sarah looks at the sofa. She sees the cushions. She lifts one cushion. Nothing. She lifts another cushion. Nothing. She lifts the third cushion. There it is, her phone. "My phone," Sarah says happily. She picks it up. The phone is buzzing because someone is calling. Sarah looks at the screen. It's Ben from work. "Hello?" Sarah answers. "Hi, Sarah. Did you find your phone?" Sarah laughs. "Yes, it was under the sofa cushions. I found it right now." "That's great," Ben says. "I was worried about you." "Thank you for calling," Sarah says. "You're very kind." "No problem," Ben says. "See you tomorrow." "See you tomorrow," Sarah says. Sarah sits on the sofa. She holds her phone in her hands. She feels happy and relieved. She thinks about her morning. She woke up late. She was in a hurry. She probably sat on the sofa to put on her shoes. The phone must have fallen from her pocket. "I was so worried all day, and it was here the whole time." Sarah decides something. Tomorrow morning she will wake up earlier. She will not rush. She will check everything before she leaves. She also decides to put her phone in the same place every night, on her desk, not in her pocket, not on the sofa, on her desk. "Good idea," Sarah says to herself. She feels tired but happy. She makes dinner. She eats slowly. She watches some TV. Before bed, Sarah puts her phone on her desk, right in the middle, where she can see it clearly. "There," she says. "Now I won't lose you again." She turns off the light and goes to sleep. Tomorrow will be a better day.